So bringing the same material as the lost and found Jordan 1 High, which made a comeback 2 years ago if I'm not mistaken. Now in May 2025 we have another OG colorway for this Air Jordan 1 High, which most definitely it's a very interesting one, but to be honest I don't actually like one thing coming for this release. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hello guys and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It really help out the channel. As I said earlier guys, and as you already know by the thumbnail, in today's video we're gonna have a look at the latest drop for a pair of Air Jordan 1 High OG, which will be the UNC colorway. So this one will have the same materials as the lost and found, which made a comeback back in 2023 if I'm not mistaken, and unfortunately it will have the same materials, which I guess for a lot of people will be a deal breaker, but in the same time I actually like these slight changes comparing with the normal releases. So let's go ahead and start with the box guys, which as you can see will come in a reverse packaging as the lost and found. So for this one I'm gonna have this distressed look for the lid and also for the box. So the lid will come in this black color with the big Nike lettering and also the Nike swoosh in this red color on top, while for the rest we're gonna have this orange color with the Nike lettering and the swoosh in this white color. So most definitely this is starting to become something regular for few releases. Unfortunately inside we won't have special paper, which is gonna have this brown one, which in a way it's a bit disappointing, but nevertheless I don't mind it too much. I barely opened the box anyway. So let's just go ahead and take the shoes out guys, which for sure are looking quite nice. So in today's video we're gonna have a look at this latest drop for a pair of Jordan 1 High OG in the UNC Reimagined colorway. So in the second week of May, at least here in the UK, we had this new colorway being dropped for the Jordan 1 High OG. So this one, if I'm not mistaken, made a comeback last time back in 2015, which to be honest kind of had a different shade for this blue color. And most definitely it didn't have this cracked leather for this upper, which will be present for these white panels. Nevertheless, this one is a different take. I guess that's why it's called Reimagined, where you're gonna have this cracked leather. We're also gonna have a sail midsole as well, which in the last couple of years we are getting in more and more releases. So I guess it's either you love it or you hate it, but I guess it is what it is. End of the day, these ones will be available in most of the retailers, and this one dropped at least here in the UK for the retail price of £175 or $190 US, which will be your normal retail price. As I said earlier, it's still available in a lot of retailers, and yeah, most definitely this is looking nice. And even though it has the same materials as the lost and found, unfortunately for me personally I don't like it that much. I'm not entirely sure even if I'm gonna keep it, but don't get me wrong, this one it's still quite an interesting release with quite good materials. So with that being said guys, let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of one of these latest color combination for the Jordan 1 High OG. So as I said earlier, for these white panels we're gonna have this cracked leather. So starting here at the top of the turbo section, we're gonna have this off-white cracked leather, which will also have your normal perforation holes to give it some breathability. The same leather material will also be present here in the midfoot underneath these swooshes on both medial and lateral side. But as you can see, for the top part, for this ankle section, we're gonna have a slightly more cracked leather, which will also be a bit more darker, which will also feel a bit softer as well. Then on top of this white leather, guys, we're gonna have this powder blue overlays, which will be present at the front of the toe section and also on the sides. We're also gonna have it for the lacing system in the midfoot for these swooshes on both medial and lateral side, covering the whole heel section and partially this ankle section as well. Whereas you can see on the lateral side, we're also gonna have this off-white wings logo, which looks quite nice. As in for the actual lacing system, guys, we're gonna have your normal punch out holes, which will keep in place these off-white flat laces, but in the actual box you're gonna receive a second pair in a blue color. So as usual, it's nice to have a second option. Then underneath these laces we're gonna have your normal nylon tongue, which will have a slightly aged treatment, which in my opinion looks quite nice. And towards the top we're gonna have your normal white tag, which on top will have the Nike Air and also the swoosh, which will come in this powder blue colorway. Then going inside of the shoe, we're gonna have your normal lining, which for the back of the tongue will be this yellowish one, while for the rest of the shoe we're gonna have this powder blue colorway, which underneath will also have a very good amount of padding, which for sure will keep your foot quite good in place. And also at the bottom we're gonna have this fake Dreamcell foam insole in this whitish color, which I need to admit that feels actually quite comfortable underfoot. I really feel that this one is slightly a bit more thicker than other releases. Nevertheless, this one also have some arch support as well, alongside this Nike Air and the swoosh, which will come imprinted here at the heel section in this blue color. So now guys, we can go to this sail rubber midsole, which will have your normal standard pattern. This one will also be stitched to the shoe as well. And in case you don't already know, here at the heel section we're gonna have that hair sole unit encapsulated, which most definitely you'll need to wear it for at least a couple of times in order for this one to become slightly more comfortable. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole, which it seems that is gonna have one of the best tractions of all time, which will also have this slightly stained design on top. So this one will also include this circular design here at the front, alongside the Nike swoosh and also the Nike lettering, which will come imprinted here in the midfoot. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have a skinny fit for this range, I'm always going with my true to size, and this one fits me just fine. And I would say that it's going to be roughly the same for people with normal feet. But just in case you have wide feet, most definitely you'll need to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is a bit pointy, is not going to be too tight for you. So overall, guys, this latest release for this pair of Air Jordan 1 High OG in the UNC Reimagined colorway, in my opinion, is looking quite nice, and in the same time it's also bringing quite good materials. Unfortunately, at least for me personally, I'm not entirely sold on this cracked leather, which you're gonna have it present for these white panels. I like the powder blue colorway, that's for sure, but as I said earlier, it's either you hate it or love it. But overall, this one brings quite good materials and a very nice colorway. Even the box is quite nice as well. But yeah, overall this one is still quite a decent pair, which will provide your normal standard comfort for this range, which unfortunately is not one of the best, but at least I really feel that this one has a slightly more thicker insole, which for sure will help. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of one of these latest color combination available for the Air Jordan 1 High OG. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!